And let's ask you some tough questions. So let's say Donald Trump drops a bomb and we just killed 14 Iraqi children that had nothing to do with it. How do you answer those accusations from the pro-Palestine movement? Why is it okay that Donald Trump killed a bunch of Iraqi children, Melissa?
Why are we bombing Iraq?
Or Iran, because potentially we're going to be in World War III. So we're just brainstorming game planning. So now I'm Peter Ducey. Hold on. And then look at this. Wait, look at RFK over here. What's going on here? Did you guys start texting each other at all?
Who, me and RFK?
Yeah. Have you guys ever sent? Actually, be honest. Have you ever sent a text message? Because I heard he likes to text.
No, his wife was there, and they were actually very cute.
I heard his wife is around all the time, but she doesn't read his text messages.
Really well, I don't have an opinion about that. He's a very nice guy.
He's a very nice guy, but you know that there was a journalist that lost her job for sending inappropriate text messages.
You know, people.
What do you say to that? What do you say? Let's say RFK's in the cabinet. Melissa, ma'am. We're here from the MeTooMovement.org organization, and we call out people in power that sexually manipulate women, and we think that RFK Jr. sent those texts and they were inappropriate. What do you have to say about one of your cabinet members sending inappropriate text messages and sexual text messages to a journalist?
Well, first of all, he's hot, and he's a
True.
He's a legend, you know, as far as, you know, the women's situation goes. But here's the thing. I refuse to believe what you're saying about him manipulating women. Do you know how many women want to get close to that man? He's a Kennedy, for God's sakes. So any woman that has approached him or was somehow gotten access to his phone number, I can guarantee you she consented to that. And that as two consenting adults, you know, while, you know, it might not be morally right for them to be having a relationship if he is married, that's really none of the American public's business. Next question.
What do you think, Brandon?
A decent answer. This is a decent answer. Let's keep throwing her more hardballs, though.
What did you think, Jimmy?
I thought that was really good spin zone. I like it.
Yeah, it was good that you didn't bring up his wife or anything. That was good to kind of, you know, skip that.
Y'all are dumbfounded. I'm
not dumbfounded. I'm just thinking of the question. The next question. I don't even know what the next question I should ask you. Okay, so let's remove Jimmy. He's distracted.
Well, then I'm calling the next reporter because you're too slow. Next.
No, it's not even like that. I'm just trying to forecast a serious issue that could happen. Okay, let's say we're cyber attacked and everybody's emails and passwords get leaked out during Donald Trump and the whole entire world stops. Even worse than during the pandemic. Melissa, when are you going to get things working again? We don't even have internet, ma'am.
Well, I'm not going to be speaking if we don't have internet. So that's
they would have this. They would still film it with a camera. They don't need the internet to film it, and then it would be broadcasted over.
Here's what I would do:
FM waves or you know, terrestrial signals. So
yeah, listen. I mean, exactly. So what my job would be in that situation is to figure out what the alternative communications channels are going to be. And, you know, what if we don't have any of those things, you know? And the thing is when you're communicating with 330 million people, you're, you know, saying, oh, let's just use the radio. That's not going to be enough. I mean, we're going to need, you know, and we have the technology to do this, as you know, like, drones, you know, to assure people that, you know, things are okay. Don't freak out. Don't riot, you know, that we're going to get the light switch back on, you know, jiffy quick. But, you know, that's a tough one. I mean, obviously that's a very, you know, unusual situation, very potentially realistic situation. But, you know, I think that's why we get in front of these issues. And, you know, if you remember, you know, have you seen those like PSAs and stuff that are like, if in case of an emergency, blah, blah, blah. These
yes, like, familiar with those. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then like, everybody freaks out when they see them because they're like, what are they planning? You know what I mean?
Yes. So I think they are planning stuff though, but go ahead.
Well, they are. So I think that we have to find a way, you know, to communicate clearly in advance with the American public about what they should do in a situation like that, if God forbid something like that does happen. But I got to tell you, I mean, I really do believe that with Trump back in the White House, I think that anybody that was trying to pull any shenanigans like that, China, Iran, whatever, and I think that they're going to really think twice before they mess with us again. I really do.
Okay, what happens if the Menendez brothers get out of jail and Donald Trump invites them to the White House and you know, treats them to a lovely dinner? What do you have to say about that? Well, he's had dinners with controversial figures. So what if he says he likes Eric and Lyle because that was you know, time in his life that he was fond of, and he invites them two double murderers. What would you say to that?
That's like even a non-question, because I can tell you.
Press Secretary Lively, why did Eric and Lyle Menendez eat dinner with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago? Press Secretary Lively.
Well, Donald Trump is a compassionate man. He's capable of forgiveness, just like we all are. And we have two brothers that spent many years in jail that are looking to regain, their life and make right. Everybody deserves a second chance at life. Everybody deserves a comeback. And while I don't know the Menendez brothers, I can certainly see how our president would have compassion for people who were jailed for many years.
For murdering their family. That's okay. What did you think? Jimmy?
I thought that was pretty good. Shows the human, compassionate side, and I liked it.
What do you think, Brandon?
I mean, I would have preferred we decide that they were innocent if we're inviting them to the White House. I want them to get a pardon. I want an official pardon. No, I want an official pardon if we've invited them to the White House.
Okay, yeah, what happens? All right. Press Secretary Lively, why did Donald Trump pardon Puff Daddy?
Oh my God.
An answer right now. Press Secretary Lively, why did Donald Trump give it's a possibility. Donald Trump knows a lot of rappers.
That is not.
Press Secretary, why did Donald Trump give a full pardon to Puff Daddy Sean Combs, a known molester?
Puff Daddy will be spending the rest of his life behind bars. Guaranteed. End of story. No chance.
I doubt it. No. I doubt it. You never heard.
You know what? I will say he's been in there longer than I thought.
What if Puff Daddy has a tape of Donald Trump doing something?
I think we would know that by now. That would have come out. That would have been the October surprise. We would know that by now.
I heard he has a picture of Donald Trump pooping on his gold toilet, is what they're saying.
Well, that's pretty cool. I'd like to see that.
It is a cool picture, and there's no nudity. They said it's very tasteful, but it was still it was a very tasteful photo, but it was not approved by.
Bad Booze just sent a $5 super chat for Melissa.
Press Secretary Lively, when will Donald Trump make the Epstein client list public and investigate those people?
Immediately. I personally have been wanting to see that list myself for years. Obviously, the circumstances in which Epstein died in jail, like we all know that was bullshit. We all know that he was, I think one of two things happened, to be honest with you, and I'd like the answer to this as well. I think he was either killed in jail, so he wouldn't speak, or I think that the powers that be switched him, and he's off somewhere in another country with a different face, living his best life. If he just keeps his mouth shut. I'm also honestly really not sure. I think that the whole Epstein case is probably one of the greatest American scandals in history. And I think the corruption and the just absolute disgusting degeneracy goes so far and so deep that I think we will be horrified when we see it, which is unfortunate because I'm like really feeling good right now. Like I'm like flying like on cloud nine since Trump won the election because I'm just so excited about what he's going to do for this country. But like we do need to have a reckoning with that. And those people must be held accountable, every single last one of them.
Jimmy does think that you're going to be the press secretary. He says, I'm not simping. I'm trying to get us invited to the White House.
Well, no, everyone in the chat's like, Jimmy's simping. Jimmy's trying to.
Jimmy is simping. He is always simping.
I was like, I am being nice because I want
okay to be nice. It's okay to be nice.
I would like her to be press secretary.
Well, listen, I can even sweeten the deal. If you guys.
How can you sweeten it? We need.
If you can even
zero calorie sweetener, I'm on a diet.
Get those numbers up, for supporting me online, and what you
is there a hashtag? What is the hashtag? MRL
for press sec. But what I need you guys to do, I don't know if your audience is like 4chan people. Are you guys 4chan people? Because if you
hope not. I hope not.
I need you to get me on 4chan and hype me up on 4chan.
I don't think you want to get on 4chan. Yes, that's a dark place. I don't.
I think.
No, I'm being serious, Melissa. As a friend, if we're really friends, I don't think you want to get all on 4chan. It's a dark place.
Have you ever been on it? Read.
Yeah, I've been on it. Still not good. Still not good. You don't want to be on 8chan, 4chan. You don't want to be on Jackie Chan. You don't want to be on any.
I'm telling you.
You don't want to be on any.
They are capable of creating insane memes. And so if you get memed through 4chan, trust me, I'm in PR marketing. It's not the greatest website in the world, but it does work. So like if you if I've done AstroTurf campaigns on 4chan before, I know how it works.
You're doing an AstroTurf campaign right now, Melissa. Let's be real.
I am. Oh,
come on, Melissa. Just be honest. Are you going to be the press secretary? Because I know that
press secretary. But wait till you read about it tomorrow in this big giant newspaper. Then I'll
share it. I'll share it, and then we'll know. I honestly, I just really think that Peter Ducey's probably going to get it if he wants it. Don't you think? Because he worked so hard. He'd press Karine Jean-Pierre. I mean, she stinks. Anybody's better than. I mean, the woman that takes your order at McDonald's would be a better press secretary than KJP.
I can't believe she lasted this long. Like, what was the other one? Peppermint Patty, the one that's got the
she's got a TV show now. I know. She's so annoying with Jen Psaki.
Oh my God, I hated her. Jen Psaki. Jen
Psaki. She's
you guys didn't like the Psaki bombs, dude?
No, she's got a big both of their
queen. Yeah.
They just have a bad attitude. They just got like a stick up their butt. You know what I mean? They're just always in a bad mood. I know, but they're extra annoying. Those two.
Do you think that these people are going to continue to be like that for the next 4 years? Like, do you know how miserable these people must be to continue to like perpetuate the bullshit that they
cuss? You can't cuss as press secretary. Boom, right there.
I probably will, to be honest.
Are you serious? You're going to be dropping F-bombs?
Probably not F-bombs. Like, I mean, listen, I'll use the language that I would use at a business meeting. Okay, I will admit occasionally I do drop an F-bomb, but you know, I'm a real person, and I think that's why I will be hired, is because I speak to people directly like they are people, and none of this jargon, none of this nonsense, none of this runaround. It's just directly speaking to the American people about what we've got going on. And I know I'm very fun and funny and cute, whatever, but like I do crisis PR also, so I deal with a lot of very serious issues, and I'm capable of speaking on a lot of important topics, at length, and I'm extremely detail oriented and organized. One of the things that bothered me the most about KJP is that like she would show up to the podium every day, just a disaster zone, not knowing what she was going to say, flipping through the book like an idiot. Like she just was not prepared, and she wasn't polished. And the American people deserve a polished, professional person who's going to be the spokesperson. She was a joke. I'm sorry. I wouldn't hire her to clean my house. Like, this person has no business. I don't even understand how she got to where she's at in life. She's not good. I don't think she'll be one of those people who will get like a show after, because she's not. Well, maybe she might get.
She'll get something. She'll get a TV role if she wants to. They'll automatically hire her because she's already more qualified than any other host.
I actually have a follow-up question about her because yeah, she wasn't good at her job, but she was also put in literally impossible situations trying to convince the public that Joe Biden wasn't basically dead. So
yeah, that's true.
What would you have said after the debate? Because I don't think the best press secretary in the world could have spun that into something positive. So. Devil's advocate.
Real quick. How do you feel about Peanut the Squirrel, Melissa?
Okay, so I am
just a short answer on that one. I don't even care.
I am an animal lover through and through. The Peanut the Squirrel thing absolutely broke my heart. He was an unbelievably,
even though his owner was an OnlyFans and he was supposedly shoving the squirrel up his asshole. Did you hear that?
That's not true. I never heard that.
I heard that he stuck a paw in his butthole. That's what I heard. And I heard that he tickled his taint with his squirrel's tail. I heard all this, and it could be false. I hear false.
Did you hear? We need to make Jimmy watch it to confirm. Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy. Are you ready to? Jimmy doesn't.
No, I've been subscribing for years. So.
But I also
forget Peanut the Squirrel. I just thank you, Pokemon, for the $2. Jimmy, go back to your question about she had a hard job.
What would your spin zone have been post Trump Biden debate to make Biden seem like he's not dead?
That really is a hard one, because I'm incapable of lying. So I'm just not. I could never
You're
get it.
incapable of lying.
You're gonna have to be very good at lying to be press
secretary. I think lying is the number one requirement for this job as the national mouthpiece.
Then maybe I'm lying about that, huh? No, I'm.
So you're doing a double lie. So you're such a liar that you lie about lying.
Lying about lying. Yeah, now you're getting it. Now you're picking it up. But that being said, I don't know. Like, I care too much about the American people to the abuse that we endured as a country for the last 4 years was absolutely absurd. I mean, like, the way that they insulted our intelligence by telling us not to believe our lying eyes was the most ridiculous thing I have ever seen in my life. And like, I don't know, I'm a person of faith. Like, I believe in God and I have a relationship with God. And I don't think that it's good to get up and lie every day like that. Like, I don't think you could put your head on your pillow at night.
That's what you're going to have to do. So,
well, it's not because I have a way of delivering information that, you know, I can be honest and I can be tactful and I can be direct, but I'm not going to lie. I mean, the American people need the truth, and I'm going to deliver the truth in a way that makes sense.
This woman, Griff Lord Studios. I ran into this old lady who said RFK Jr. was still alive. What do you think about that, Miss Lively? So I think he means JFK Jr.
JFK Jr. Yeah.
What do you think about that, QAnon? What do you think about that Donald Trump was at a QAnon friendly adjacent speaking engagement, Press Secretary Lively? Does that mean that Donald Trump thinks that JFK Jr. is going to be revealed to be alive?
Well, believe it or not, I don't know if you remember this, but I was, you know, people used to say that I was the QAnon spokesperson. Oh, so I'm, you know.
Did you date Jacob Chansley? Didn't you date Jacob Chansley?
I've been married.
What is going on? So we got 4chan, 8chan, Jackie Chan. Now we're Jacob Chansley. That's the guy that wore the horn.
He did try to run for like Congress or something in Arizona, which I actually kind of.
And didn't y'all have a little fling from what he says? He says that y'all were pretty hot and heavy.
No way.
Y'all did meet and talk.
No offense. No, we did not. I've never spoken to him in my life.
That's not what he says. Oh. Was it a bad breakup? If you're not even going to admit that y'all had a little bit of I mean. He said he wanted more than PR services, and that you were originally open to that. He doesn't
have any money. He couldn't afford me if he wanted to. No.
Wow, that's actually pretty honest of you. That's pretty honest of you. But Jacob Chansley, I think he's on government assistance or something, so he gets like $3,200 a month.
Well, I charge.
Is that not enough?
No, I start my fees for my company. I own 2 PR firms. My fees start at $10,000 a month. No,
you're kidding.
No, duh. Like, what do you mean? I'm very good at what I do.
And you make that much? You make more than $10,000 a month?
I make 10 times that.
That's impossible.
You make $100,000 a month.
No way, Melissa. No way. That's literally impossible.
My firms did $2 million in revenue last year.
Get down, Miss Obama. Trump is going to say the N-word. Yeah. What happens if there's a leaked tape of Donald Trump saying the N-word?
Well, I've said the N-word, so I don't really find a whole problem.
Okay. Bubblegum, $2. Thank you for the $2. Okay. Yeah, I don't really care. That word, Jimmy says it all the time.
It means friend. It means friend. And I think we need to make words stop being so violent. Like, it's really stupid. And I think a lot of people are over it. They're saying gay and retarded again. Like, who cares? Like, nobody cares.
Well, that hurts. Jimmy's retarded, so please don't use that word.
He's also gay.
He's also, but I don't care. You can make fun of him about that, but I think
okay, but in that case. Well, I just think that whole nonsense around words or violence is like such a stupid part of the woke culture that we're leaving all that behind.
So you're super rich. Well, then if you're so rich, why does the guy you have to date have money? If you got money.
Well, this is like an irrelevant conversation because I have.
It's not irrelevant. It's relevant.
I'm married. I've been married for 15 years almost. I've been with my husband for 22 years. Like, there's no chance that this would have ever occurred ever.
Have you ever heard of Nick Rekieta?
My grind so refined, I got no time for no games.